around the world, there are places that are almost impossible to access. High-security prisons, secret archives, gold vaults, and restricted government zones. All of them are protected around the clock. Today, we'll take a closer look at 10 of the most heavily guarded places on Earth and find out what makes them so difficult to break into. The Baldwin Parking Garage, located in the city of Derby in the United Kingdom, is considered one of the safest places in Europe to leave your car. In the past, the garage struggled with vehicle-related crimes. As a result, the owners completely redesigned its security system. High-resolution surveillance cameras were installed throughout the entire facility. Motion sensors were placed beneath every parking space, capable of detecting even small movements. When a driver enters the garage, they receive a ticket with a barcode that activates the security system. Once the car is parked, the system locks onto its exact position. Any movement of the vehicle or suspicious activity nearby immediately triggers an alarm. The garage is also brightly lit at all hours, eliminating dark areas. Security patrols regularly monitor the site, and video recordings are stored for long-term review. Thanks to these measures, the Baldwin Garage became a clear example of how even a simple parking facility can reach an exceptionally high level of security. Florence is a supermax prison located in the state of Colorado, far away from major cities and populated areas. This facility holds some of the most dangerous criminals in U.S. history. People considered a threat not only to society, but even to other inmates. One former staff member once described ADX Florence as a clean version of hell. That description perfectly captures the reality of this prison. Total isolation, strict control, and minimal human contact. A DX Florence was built specifically for inmates who repeatedly violated rules in other prisons. The security level here is so extreme that it was listed in the Guinness World Records as the most secure prison in the world. There are 6 different security levels inside the facility. Inmates with the lowest risk are housed in less restrictive units and are preparing for release. However, most prisoners live in near total isolation. Their cells are about 10 by 7 feet in size, with a concrete bed, very few personal items, and a tiny slit in the wall instead of a real window. Beyond physical restrictions, inmates are under constant psychological control. Their movements are tightly scheduled, communication is extremely limited, and most of their time is spent alone. The entire complex is surrounded by high fences, surveillance systems, and armed guards on duty 24/7. Escaping ADX Florence is considered virtually impossible. Fort Knox has long been a symbol of absolute security. It stores thousands of tons of gold owned by the U.S. government, along with highly important historical documents. The facility is protected by a multi-layered security system and guarded by armed personnel who undergo strict training and selection. Access is limited and requires multiple levels of authorization. The building's windows are bulletproof, fire-resistant, and darkened to prevent visibility from the outside. The main vault door weighs over 22 tons and is made from blast-resistant materials. The walls of the vault are built from solid granite nearly 2 meters thick. According to experts, the structure could withstand extreme external forces. In addition to physical barriers, Fort Knox uses advanced electronic security systems, including vibration and motion sensors. The exact details of its protection remain classified, which is itself part of the security strategy. The Vatican secret archives are among the most restricted and protected archives in the world. Even for historians and researchers, gaining access is extremely rare. Anyone wishing to enter must submit a formal request and pass a thorough review process. This approval can take weeks or even months. Access is granted exclusively to highly qualified scholars. The archive contains around 35,000 volumes of historical documents, many of which are equipped with RFID tracking chips. Every movement of a document is recorded. Even archive staff are allowed access only to specific materials related to their work. This extreme level of secrecy has fueled countless conspiracy theories. Some believe the Vatican is hiding ancient knowledge or documents that could reshape our understanding of history. The vault of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York is located deep beneath the streets of Manhattan. It is considered one of the safest vaults in the world. The vault sits about 25 meters underground and holds roughly 10% of the world's gold supply. For this reason, many countries store their gold reserves here. Only 3 people are allowed access at the same time, each with a specific role. The entry process involves strict verification and multiple security checks. The main vault door is a massive 90-ton steel cylinder that forms an airtight seal. Once closed, the system locks until the next day, making unauthorized access impossible. Between North and South Korea lies a narrow strip of land known as the Demilitarized Zone. Despite its name, it is one of the most heavily guarded borders on Earth. The area is filled with minefields, barbed wire, guard towers, and surveillance systems. Armed forces are stationed along the entire length of the zone. The DMZ is also monitored from the air using drones, thermal cameras, and early warning systems. Any unusual movement is detected almost instantly. Experts estimate that a significant portion of North Korea's artillery is positioned just kilometers away from this border. The White House is not only the residence of the U.S. president, but also one of the most heavily protected buildings on the planet. It is surrounded by high metal fences and monitored by constant video surveillance. The windows are bulletproof, and entrances are controlled by biometric systems. The primary force behind the White House's security is the U.S. Secret Service. It consists of more than 3,200 special agents and approximately 1,300 support officers. Beyond the visible defenses, there is also a hidden layer of protection. This includes emergency evacuation routes, underground passageways, and constant threat analysis. Many of these systems remain classified, making the White House extremely difficult to penetrate. Iron Mountain was once a limestone mine in Pennsylvania. Today, it is one of the most secure archival facilities in the world. Inside are millions of historical artifacts, including original photographs of Albert Einstein, patents from Thomas Edison, rare film reels, and even debris from the aircraft destroyed during the September 11th attacks. The complex is located about 65 meters underground, providing natural protection from external threats. Temperature and humidity are carefully controlled at all times. Security is maintained through constant monitoring, restricted access zones, and around-the-clock guards. Bank vaults in Zurich are considered the gold standard of security and confidentiality. This is why Switzerland is so often associated with safe financial storage. To access a safety deposit box, 3 separate keys are required, each held by different parties. This prevents single-person access and reduces the risk of misuse. The vaults are protected by advanced surveillance systems, armed guards, and strict access controls. Swiss banking laws strictly prohibit revealing client information without authorization. Many security details are intentionally kept secret, making these vaults even harder to breach. At the top of the list is a records vault built deep inside a granite mountain and owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This facility was designed for the long-term preservation of priceless historical documents. Public access is completely forbidden. The vault lies more than 200 meters underground. Its massive entrance door weighs around 14 tons and is rumored to withstand even a nuclear blast. Every inch of the facility is protected by motion sensors, temperature controls, and humidity monitoring. Special preservation techniques are used to ensure documents can survive for centuries. This vault was built not just to protect records, but to preserve them through any global catastrophe. These are just some of the most heavily guarded places on Earth, but they clearly show how far humanity is willing to go when security truly matters. Which one do you think is the most impenetrable? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. Thanks for watching.